Hello, everyone. My name is Mello, and welcome to Blessed You Reacts. Today, we are going to be reacting to chapter 1066, The Will of O'Hara. Let's get into it. Okay, here we have the cover story. Germa 66. You can see that their flag is beaten up a little bit, but they seem to be in good health and managed to get away. The title of this cover story is Returning to Germa with Company. Interesting. Who do they have? Okay, first page. What are you saying? A futuristic city like this existed in the distant past? This is this is just conjecture. In this panel, you can see the egghead, and of course from the previous chapter stating that this technology existed way long before, um, way long before the time that it is up to now. So who knows what type of technology they had back in the day, and why has it come to this? I once knew a passionate archaeologist who was willing to risk his life to shed light on a certain ancient kingdom. Not only that, but at a certain site, machinery was evacuated that dated back to the same era as the kingdom. Ancient kingdom is this? I guess from the title, most probably O'Hara. Oh, they're actually speaking to Vegapunk now. Wow. Are you saying that machinery created during the Void Century? Century? You tell me. Question mark. You know something about this, Robin? Nami says. No doubt, it's a painful memory, but 22 years ago, your home of O'Hara was eradicated by a buster call. I think that happened because O'Hara uncovered the details of that kingdom's existence. Ancient. I believe the history of the Void Century is the history of a conflict, one between an alliance of 20 nations and this forgotten advanced kingdom, which they essentially currently on, or which they are on actually. The victorious 20 went on to form the world government and shape the history as we know it, and to ensure that the ideas of the ancient kingdom wouldn't live on. Wow. Damn, they really got rid of them. I mean, when this is the thing I love about Oda is that he uses things from world life experiences, and the comparison that just came to my mind is the ancient kingdom of Egypt, and apparently of how their technology was advanced. But because when you think of so many theories of how those pyramids were made, um, especially with the type of machinery and manpower that they had during that time, they say it's near enough impossible to create. So that's one of the first things that comes to mind. They erased every trace of it from history, Vegapunk says. What? That's crazy, Nami and Usopp. What? This for real? Nami and Usopp are both shocked. But then you see Frankie, he's super excited. Whoa, what an epic and romantic tale. Hang on, Vegapunk, Sanji says. You mean everyone who knows about this gets eliminated? Indeed. Then why did you tell us? Yeah, I can't hear it. This reminds me of um this reminds me of the Alabaster arc where Nami was just like, I don't want to know um who you are, or they didn't want to reveal their name, something like that, because they didn't want to be involved with the war. Uh, and then I think the two animals went back and delivered that news. Yeah, that just reminded me of that moment. Come on, brain, don't forget you didn't hear anything. That's most probably Usopp. Um, yeah, in fact, it is Usopp. Like I said, this is just conjecture. So tell me, Robin, if I am right. And that discovery is why O'Hara was wiped out. Then wouldn't the government's actions be tantamount to a confirmation? Why are you asking about this, Nico Robinson? The scholars did devise a theory after all, their extensive research. But wouldn't someone as high up in the government as you know about it already? I'm afraid the government affiliation makes no difference. I'm kept in the dark like everybody else. Even bringing this topic up to them would result in my immediate erasure. But little do you know, I'm going to erase your ass. Then stop telling us this is just torture. Let us out of it. Usopp, no matter how much you've powered up, man, still the same old uh, Robin. If that's true, how could you know they were researching that kingdom? All the books and materials were on O'Hara, and they were the will of O'Hara lives on, dum dum, as seen in the title. That day shocked the world. In a single night, O'Hara, the island renowned for its love of knowledge, was wiped out, save for one little girl. The scholars were labeled devils, uh, dissidents who plotted to overthrow the government. A few months after the incident, I paid a visit of my own to the scorched earth of O'Hara. I was acquainted with Professor Clover, the foremost authority on archaeology. I should, I figured I should at least have some flowers for him. You knew Professor Clover? His obsession with the Void Century fueled his adventurous style, searching for relevant texts all over the world. The Marines incarcerated him on at least 10 occasions. By the time he settled down, he was the world's most famous archaeologist. You can see him with his ship, Clover on the sail, and the waves looking much like Wano, because the spirals, unless looking too much into it, but that really looks like Wano seas. It would make sense if he is an archaeologist, want to travel to those types of places. Vegapunk. Over time, countless scholars were drawn to him, and they all flocked to O'Hara. It truly became a holy land of archaeology. Unfortunately, the aftermath of those talented minds coming together would prove tragic. When I stepped on foot on O'Hara, even the tree of knowledge had been burned to cinders. I was speechless when I saw it. Oh, wow, okay, so looking at this figure, why is the top half like a I don't know, like a club that's furry? Makes me think what Vegapunk looks like. Okay, that's very strange. Very strange silhouette here, just in the middle of that burnt tree. But the lake at the center of the island had been filled with an unbelievable number of books. What in the world? I could only assume that it was the work of the scholars. They must have dedicated their final moments to ensuring that the future had access to their treasure trove of knowledge. Robin looks shocked. Maybe she does or doesn't know about it, or just shocked that he actually does know about this. If any Marines did discover the books, they were apparently too ignorant to understand their value and left them be. O'Hara had triumphed over them. When I realized that, I couldn't stop myself from crying. See Robin tearing up as well. Please take care of Robin. Make sure he escapes the island. I still have a duty. Yeah, asked her mum. Mummy, I don't want to leave you. Let me stay too. So sad. Save the books. Get the reference materials out of the library. Robin, history is our greatest treasure. It must be preserved. Can't just give up on your future. And then, Mummy, be proud, Robin. Your mama's an honorable woman. O'Hara stood up to the world. See Robin yeah, just bursting into tears, but just really soldiering it and just letting the tears flow down. You helmet wearing bastard. How dare you make Robin? Yeah, exactly. How dare you make Robin cry? That's it, Vegapunk. You better release these shoes. Vegapunk, just as you said, they came to the same conclusions about the kingdom before the incident. I see, so it's all true. Where are the books from the lake now? I really wanted to take them back to Punk Hazard, but I knew if the top brass ever caught wind, it would all be over. So instead, they were taken by the people I saw that day. O'Hara, West Blue, 22 years ago, a few months after the Buster Call incident. Someone else is visiting the breed. Giants! No way. Oh my days. Is this setting us up now? Oh my. Setting us up for Elbath. That's crazy. Ah, mate. All right, let's pull them up. Who are they? What should I do? Um, and this figure of Vegapunk. Why is his hat like that? Not sure if anyone knows the UFC Khabib Nurmagomedov where he's got that fluffy hat. That's what I'm just picturing now, but just a more taller version. Do they have any idea how important those books are? They must do if there was a giant on the island already. Been a while, Vegapunk. As usual, that head of yours makes you stand out. Oh, hey. That's it. It's just got a massive head because of how smart he is. That's you, Dragon. As we start to see what he looks like here as well. Um, big ass nose, glasses. Dragon. Oh my gosh. This is really what he looks like. Oh, that's insane. Oh my gosh. Yo. He's just got a fat heart-shaped head. My gosh. That is funny. His hairline is like Vegeta's, but just tenfold, you know? Dragon, what are you doing? Yeah, when Dragon comes, you know something big's happening. What are you doing here? That's my line. Your head definitely looks like it's gotten a good bit bigger. I knew Old Man Clover, says the dragon. The Monkey D. Dragon, head of the Freedom Fighters, 33 years old. Dr. Vegapunk, head of the Punk Hazard Laboratory, 43 years old. So um, Vegapunk is only 10 years older than Dragon. Who does he look like? He looks, I can't put my finger in it, but looks like another character from somewhere. He's got a big ass tongue as well, sm tiny legs, obviously skipped leg day, and he's holding flowers. You two, I know he was once a bit of a hooligan roaming the seas, but all that nonsense about him trying to destroy the world, it's blatant propaganda. Are you worried about the giants? They're not scavengers. I had a word with them just now. It seems they're from Elbath, and they're fully aware of the value of those books. Their captain was a strange giant wrapped um, from head to toe in bandages. Hmm. Okay. Said O'Hara sacrificed itself for those treasures, and he couldn't let them be erased from history. After seeing a government lackey like you lurking about, I'm glad they're here to scoop them up and keep them safe. Hey, you know I'd never passed on joining the freedom fighters a while ago, but it still made sick to hear about you becoming one of their lapdogs. Yeah, for sure. Don't be stupid. Your ragtag operations was always too poor. What good are my skills and intellect if I can't actually build anything? I know. Dragon says, you're as blunt as ever. Vegapunk responds, the world government is an insanely huge organization. There are plenty of decent people. on the inside that can be reasoned with, especially in the Navy. Don't lose sight of the end goal, Dragon. I get it, but I can't just sit back after this. Too damn much. Those harmless scholars were brutally snuffed out just for questioning their authority. It's a farce. I'm going to raise an army that can fight them head on. Thought you hated war. Just watch Vegapunk. I'll change the world. Will of O'Hara won't die with Clover. And within a year, he, Emporio Ivankov, and Bartholomew Kuma founded the Revolutionary Army, which continues to shake the world to this day. Luffy, wow, Luffy's dad sounds intense as, I mean, did you say Elbath? Of course, yes. Come on, Usopp, your time is coming, mate. Um, Professor Clover's fate motivated Dragon. My head's gonna blow. Why did Kuma help us? And why did you modify him so much, Vegapunk? I guess he helped. I guess Kuma helped everyone because of he obviously he's um, connected with Dragon, and Dragon must have given him orders to be like, This is my son's crew. He's definitely going to be the one to change the world. So put them in the best situation possible." Ivor, that bastard, was one of the founding members of the revolutionaries. Sanji's still getting PTSD from his 2 year time skip. The books from O'Hara certainly couldn't be left, bound by the government. My curiosity compelled me to make a discreet trip to Elbath, where the books were taken and they allowed me to read each and every one of them. In other words, I took everything O'Hara uncovered about the world's secrets and memorized it. It's all in my head, and I've continued their research. That giant captain, he's called Saul, isn't he? Oh, yes. Of course, that's him. Hiding now, so I can't confirm anything. Oh, that's nice. That Saul is still alive. So Robin's got someone left from O'Hara. Thank you, Doctor Vegapunk. Thank you for not letting O'Hara's sacrifice be in vain. I try to help progress every field of thought possible. It's my nature as a scholar. What? Okay, seems like they are potentially being. No, they're just being controlled. The shoes are moving on their own. I can't release you just yet. Follow me. There's something I want to show you. Can't believe that this chapter's still going on. It could have really ended there, but it's still going on. Junkyard, Egghead's uh, fabrication stratum, Chopper. There's no way to get in. Oh, it must be the type that moves on its own. Oh, no way. Move, move, Robbo. Does it need a special command? Maybe we just gotta say its name. Move, Robanowski. Move, Robo King. There's I don't know who's that. Probably Jinbei. You guys are such kids. No, ain't no way it's move. Then oh, now it's starting to move. Wow, the robot's gonna blow. Big energy coming from the center of this armor. Oh, okay, what's going on here? Save me, Quasar. No good. Another debacle. Somebody please save me, Quasar. Perhaps space-time bent mid-warp? Oh yeah, he's really cut in half. What's going on? There's a guy like Kinemon here. That's very true. I gotcha. I'm sinking. It's him. Much obliged. You're Dragon's boy, right? I knew you'd come. Good job at making it. Oh my Bonnie, dear me, you sure have gotten big. It's splendid to see you so full of vigor. What? Old man, are you floating? Vegapunk. You float, you know. Those dumb shoes you're wearing have a nifty hover function. See here, press the button on the side, grab the lever, and give those a big old push like this. Gadzooks. We've flown too far. You can see they're all blasting off into space like Team Rocket. Save us, Quasar. So that I guess that's the thing that he says at the end, Quasar. And this is Vegapunk. Still got the skinny ass legs, massive tongue. Not sure why he needs a tongue that big, but yeah, guess that works for him. Uh, cherry tomato nose, hair and head is not as big anymore, and he's got half of an apple, half the top of an apple for rest of his head. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad that he looks like this, like a nerdy slash fragile scientist. When you think of the word Vegapunk, you'd expect something, no, just something cool. But yeah, it's good that that he's kept him like this and looking like such a unique character as well. So that is the end of the chapter. If you've enjoyed the video, Gomu Gomu Pistol, that like button, subscribe if you want to be Nakama, and hit that Shandorian bell to be notified on future videos. My name is Mello. Thanks for watching. Peace, love, and stay blessed.